My travels between Georgia and Tennessee, I decided to stop and see Dakota's Timeout and Sand Mountain Ballistics. They're here in Trenton, Georgia, which is between the Atlanta area where I was and Nashville, Tennessee. So I know they got some pretty cool stuff. They've shown it on their channel. I thought we'd walk around, take a little bit of tour of the things they have, and let's go see some of your stuff.
All right. Model 389s, don't you?
No, I don't know much about Pontiacs. Tell me about this thing.
It's a 63 Pontiac Star Chief that I bought from Cedartown, Georgia. That's a parts car. Get it in the yard. I got it running. It had a busted piston and cylinder 8. So the guy gave me an engine out of his old wagon. It's a 389.
Now, you got to tell people there's politics surrounding why it was a parts car. Explain the parts car thing.
Because Dad wouldn't let me get another car unless it was a parts car. So I got me a parts car.
So it became a restoration candidate as soon as it was unloaded.
Pretty much. Put all new gaskets in this.
389?
Yeah, 389. Put a 4-barrel intake on it. Aluminum radiator.
Now you put this in there, didn't you? And what did it come out of?
It come out of a wagon, 63 Pontiac wagon. The guy scrapped it, but he pulled the engine and transmission out of it. And the guy kept pulling parts off the dang engine. He's like, oh, I might keep that old pan. And I was like, why? He thought it's special because it has this contour in it for the starter on the 63s. I was like, dude, there's nothing special about that old pan. He's like, oh yeah, you're right, so you can have it. Heck, when I bought this car, he said, I'm gonna have to keep the hood off of it after I done drove for 2 or 3 hours. So I had to get me another hood for my other one and slap this one on there. The car sat in the woods until like the late 80s when someone dug it out. I think it was his kid, the original owner's kids. And the guy I got it from dug it out of the woods for a parts car for the tilt column in it, never touched it at all. So I found the factory hubcaps in the back seat, and he didn't even know they were back there. He didn't know nothing about the car. Acted like he'd never seen it.
So this is either the biggest windshield washer bottle on planet Earth, a good-sized radiator overflow, or a gas tank off a riding mower.
Gas tank off of a riding mower.
That's what I thought. Still got the single circuit master cylinder, drum brakes up front. Almost looks like a mod top with what's going on with the finish there.
Yeah. Got my smoke pipe.
Yeah. Came with all kinds of goodies, huh?
Yeah, power brakes.
Got the rear seat delete.
Yeah, factory.
That's right. I like your
weight reduction.
Yeah.
Nature's weight reduction here.
This was a trunk floor delete car.
Mm-hmm.
So it's rough, but I'll tell you, I mean, the trim and all's good. It's a complete car pretty much, except for that piece of the upholstery's missing.
Yeah.
I mean, someone could do something with it. It's a little rough. You're never going to be a concourse, but it'd be a fun driver.
Yeah. Won't have to worry about it getting scratched in the parking lot, would you?
I guarantee you nobody else at your school's got one.
Yeah.
Neat. When I first rolled up, I saw this collection of the Mustang that people forgot about. What you got here?
It's just a couple Mustangs as parts cars. Or, this one would be a good build. It's actually pretty solid. A lot of people just kind of done these cars dirty. They buy them, get the front ends out of them, and scrap the rest.
Well, this one apparently auditioned for the role of the General Lee.
It sure did. This was almost the General Lee before the 69 Charger was. Almost 76 Mustang too.
Nice piece of trivia. Yeah. The white Cobra up here.
That one come factory with a V6.
Did it?
Yeah, it's V6 gun.
Got your coupe there.
Yeah.
I kind of like that coupe body style.
I like them. They're okay. I like them with a spoiler on them, like a low profile spoiler.
Yeah.
They kind of Look like a 65 Mustang kind of with its spoiler. Kind of makes them look better than they are.
Very neat. Sometimes we see things like this from the road. We wonder, who has that? What's the story on it? Well, now we know. You say that's a 38 Plymouth up there?
Yes, sir. Had a tree fell on it. Dad started banging the roof out of it. He's been putting a flathead Ford in it.
Glad he saved it.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't going nowhere. Most people probably just scrap a car like that because a tree fell on it.
There's no limit to how cool things people will scrap.
I know.
Now, what's the story on this?
My dad started working on this Monte Carlo for a friend of his. Ain't this a 71? 71? Yeah, 71 Monte Carlo. He's gonna put engine in it, 350 with fuel injection.
These are good-looking cars. Got a nice interior too.
Yeah, this guy spent a lot of money on this car. Yeah, he spent a lot of money on this.
Nice and clean.
Yes, this has been a summer project. This is why we didn't get their cars done. I was gonna just call him and tell him I didn't feel like it, and he talked me in. It was just supposed to be throw an engine in it and some brakes, and he ended up being a full race.
They'll put an engine in it, and I'll get to drive it, and then we can everything go.
Well, the first motor he had that machine shop built was junk.
You're running an EFI on that, I see.
Yep.
Tell you, with that electric fan, it just looks like you could sit in there and work.
You can. That was great putting that engine out, standing in there, putting everything together. I would rather, that's killer. The fan shroud that came off of it looks like something off of a spaceship. It's big and long.
I bet.
So that's pretty good running car now.
How long have you had it?
It's not mine. This is a buddy of mine that was redoing it for me.
Okay.
I'm really close to getting him to go home. I just got this finished enough on him.
Sharp car.
Yeah, he paid $6,500 for it, just the body.
Jethro's wandering around out here. He wants to come see it too. I've seen a lot of Ford 8N tractors. I have never seen one that looks like this.
It's a 52 8-in tractor with a, I guess it's around a 50 model engine, flathead V8. In the 50s they made them. They had a kit so they could run a 3-bottom plow. They put the V8s and they put 6 cylinders on them. So
What did you have to do to make that fit?
I got an awesome Henry kit, that plate, adapter plate, and put that on there. But you got to do a lot of work yourself.
It just blends in seamlessly.
Yes. But you got to, I mean, they say, the kit says you can do it like in an evening or after work. You can actually, that's mounting the engine up, but you've got to make all your brackets, fix your radiator where it fits on there. Everything's got to be, there's all kinds of work you got to do to it.
Well, I've got a dumb question. Is it fast?
It's very fast. Put it in 4-speed high, it'll fly.
Wow. Very cool.
It's too fast for a tractor if you get on it real hard. It's the oil leaves the rear end. I was flying down the road one day and the oil left the bearings. It's the last time I drove it fast, and the rear end started locking up. And took all I could do to just keep it in the road without just wiping out. And once I got it slowed down and stopped, the oil, I could feel the oil going back to the bearings. I just eased her back home, and that's the last time I'll ever get on it like that again.
So you found the outer limits of the Ford AD's chassis.
Oh yeah. Yes.
How was it getting stopped?
Oh, when I was going like that?
Yeah.
I like to never go to stop because the rear was locking up. They've got a brake for each, a pedal for each wheel, and I had to keep switching back and forth because it'd start coming this way. And I'd have to mash the other brake, and I just had to keep playing with the brakes until I got it slowed down and stopped. And man, it was scary.
How long did all this restoration work take you?
I think it's probably 2 years, maybe. Well, actually, I've been saving up my parts, having a piece sandblasted here and there. Actually, probably about 6 years altogether, because I'd just save up parts, and my buddy would take them to work, sandblast them for me, and bring them back, and then I'd stash them back. And then when I got pretty much everything I needed, I started putting it together.
That's the realities of restoration.
Yep. Can't do it all at once unless you got a big shop.
All right. What else we got going on here?
This is another 1963 Pontiac Starkey. This one's a postcard. I pulled the front clip off of it and yanked the engine and transmission out to rebuild the motor and go ahead and put my new filter in my transmission while I had it out.
Much more solid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Needs a few patch panels, but it's a greater start than what I got down there. The drip rails on this ain't even really rotted out, but it won't spawn.
What was in this one? This 389?
389 two-barrel car.
Excellent.
AC, power steering, power brakes.
What do you think, Jethro? What's the deal with the Z28?
That's Dad's 1980 Z28 he bought about a year ago now.
Next to last year, the round headlights. The least shy guy on YouTube, and now he's sitting here hiding from the camera.
I'm not running away, right?
What else you want to show?
We can talk about my white car. How about that? Gonna try to put engine stuff in a Ford Ranger. I think that'd be cool.
What's the deal with your bump side truck here?
Yeah, that's Dad's truck. He built a 360 for it. And now he's got a 390 for it now with the top cams and headers and intake and all that cool stuff. Yeah, it's a 72 model. It was rigged. I don't remember if it was this side or if it was the other side, but he fixed all that stuff. You know, got it looking pretty. Got good wheels on it. All right, what are we doing now?
What are we doing now?
We gotta cut that out, right? Can you do that?
I can, or I can leave it in. It's more fun. And we saved the best for last, right?
Of course. Get this in here. But yeah, it's this is my '81 Camaro. It's got a standard bore 350 in it. It's got dish pistons in it. It's got a set of Dart Iron Eagles heads on there. We just put them on. It's got 215cc intake runners. It's got former RPM intake. It's got a Holley carburetor, set of headers and all that cool stuff. It sounds good. Got a good cam in it. Good body.
I like that you had to think about what year it was. A real car guy would have to think what year it was, because you group them together.
Yeah, shoot you up.
Yeah.
Got a real nice interior. You know what I mean?
It has interior.
It has some interior. Some interior. But yeah, T-tops. Guy we bought it from said the T-tops do not leak. And have you ever heard anybody say that? Honestly?
No T-top does not leak. Every T-top ever made leaks. I have never seen a T-top that doesn't leak ever.
Yep. But yeah, the dude he was living in the car for a few days. But yeah, he lived in the car for a few days. He was on some hard times, and we got it from him pretty cheap, so that's good. Well, think there's really much more to talk about, is there?
All right, it was a fun tour. Had no idea they had that tractor here. That was really cool. I think we're forgetting something though. Oh, I know. That was it. Dakota's been timed out. He'll return in 5 minutes.